Blue Reborn.
From the city, from the city, from the city where pressure makes legends.
What's good, Big Blue family? Welcome to Big Blue Reborn, where we talk real New York Giants football. No fluff, no corporate takes, just honest breakdowns and real standards. I'm Milton. This is my cousin Ethan. We're lifelong Giants fans. Let's get into it. So, the Big Blue check-in. Big Blue check-in this week. We're going to be going over the free agent frenzy. Just cover, most of the moves. What have we done in the free agency, and what does the rest of the free agency look like? So, just off the top of your head, Ethan, I'm gonna start off with this. Before we even get into any names or anything like that, tell me a grade from the players that we drafted so far.
Okay. Out of the free agents, I feel like we got some solid football players. A grade, I would say like a B minus.
Yep.
You know,
Right on the head.
I feel like they're good players. You know, probably the best signing overall was Isaiah Likely, because I see us going to more of a 12 personnel, but I mean, he was the best signing from the players that we don't that are new.
Yeah.
So yeah, I give us. What grade would you give our free agency?
Honestly, I agree with you with that. I was on the B minus.
Okay.
To be completely honest, I think we got a lot of depth. I don't think
Mhm.
we definitely got a few starters. We got a few
Okay.
people back, but I think a lot of the picks so far have been depth pieces.
Okay. I like the fact that we didn't go over that, and it's just like we both were on the same page. So
Yeah, definitely. You
we
already
right
know.
here.
You already
We
know.
right here.
But just going over, like, I love the re-signs. The fact that we brought back Gunner.
Okay.
The fact that we got Isaiah Hodgins to start the season. We're not signing him back week 12,
I know, right?
because two receivers are hurt and people are not catching
Mhm.
the ball and things like that. Like, I'm happy he's gonna get to start with the new offensive coaches and
Okay.
build with this particular offensive scheme too. Illuminor, happy to have him back. We gotta have him
Right.
back.
Bro, he's got to be the best signing that we did. You know, making sure we got a good tackle for Jackson Dart. Like, come on, that has to, in my opinion, has to be the best signing we did the entire time. Like,
And we
just
got him
getting
for
our
the
offensive
low
line,
too.
huh?
So we got him for the low too, because they were talking about he was
And
about to get the bag this year, and then they
yeah,
signed him for like 3 years or something, like under 40. And I was like, oh,
hmm
all right, bet.
See, the thing is, you can tell he really loves just being here, because to take less money when you can, go somewhere else and, really think of your family like this. He looks at the Giants like family. He loves to be here,
Yeah.
loves the coaches, and sees a lot in Jackson Dart. Like, I seen one, I think it was with what's her name from the NFL, something K. That the
Uh,
one lady, she always
Abrams,
she
K Adams.
yeah, Kay Adams. Yeah, she had interviewed him, and he was just saying like how much he really loves the team, Jackson Dart, and he just wanted to be here. So yeah,
Yeah, he was like,
maybe
he was going on, he was taking a flight somewhere, and like when he got to the other location, like the chefs in the location knew him. They knew his name,
oh,
and they were like, "Yeah, you got to re-sign back to the Giants." So he was like, just the love. Like he was like, "If I go anywhere else, I'm not gonna get this love."
yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly. You gonna catch some hate if you go somewhere else, bro. I'll tell you that. For
Yeah,
real.
definitely.
New York don't play. All right, so who else did we re-sign that you're happy about?
Hey, look, they're calling us the New York Football Ravens now because hey, Harbaugh brought a bunch of his players from Baltimore over, which I'm not upset with. Isaiah Likely,
Mhm.
he's gonna be a beast. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? He's
Oh
definitely
yeah,
gonna
yeah,
be a
yeah.
good target for Jackson. My
Mhm.
favorite pickup from the
The
Ravens, though,
Ravens.
Patrick, what's his name? Patrick
Ricard,
Ricard,
Patrick Ricard,
the
fullback,
fullback, bro.
bro.
I
Bro
can't
is
wait to see
six.
him on the field with all of our backs. To be completely honest, it don't even matter who's back there. I just can't wait to see him back there, just clearing holes and pushing us forward. Like
Mm-hmm.
get back to that smash mouth football, so we can actually start like
Yeah, man.
pounding the rock.
And he's gonna. I feel like everyone's talking about him and Cam Scatterable, like the exciting whites. We got him now. Like, nah, bro. He's gonna be more beneficial for uh Tracy because Tracy's our home run hitter as of right now.
Yeah,
Hopefully, we do something in the draft. But Tracy, if he gets a big, if he don't got it, if he sees a linebacker, if he's getting a linebacker out the way, Patrick McCarr get that linebacker out the way, and we move forward. Is Tracy and a safety? He can erase those angles that gets us 20, 30, 40-yard runs that
yep.
make the world of difference. You know what I'm saying? So
Mhm.
yeah, Cam Scatterbo is like, a bruiser, hit them, make people not want to play. But then
Uh-huh.
Tracy following up or coming before that, tiring them out. Now they run them east to west, and then now Cam Scatterbo up the middle. However, they decide to employ our running backs. It's going to be good. So I'm really happy we got Patrick Ricard.
Yeah, no, it's definitely gonna be fun to watch.
Yes.
Who what picks got you excited? Like which picks are you really looking into as far so far?
Okay. Well, some of the new people that we got. I'm happy with the other Ravens punter that we got, Jordan Stout. He was pretty much one of the best in the NFL, number one in net punting. Um, he got a lot of punts inside the 20 that flip field position that'll allow us to really be able to do something on special teams. It's the third phase of the game. So as people don't really talk about it that much because it's like how exciting is a punting or kicking, but when those punt returns happen or kick returns happen, it really makes the world a difference, gives the whole team a boost. Doesn't matter if the offense doing bad or defense doing bad, like the special teams makes a world of difference. We got him as a punter. We got a kicker, Jason Sanders. He didn't play last year, but I believe that his stats speak for themselves. He broke the Dolphins record for most consecutive field goals. So
Wow, I didn't know
yeah,
that.
and he's had 950+ field goals in his career. So it's I feel like we got a good kicker, and just having two players, two special team players that can definitely make a difference will help us.
Yeah,
We also got who else we get? A Darius Washington, a safety from Baltimore.
yeah.
Just call us the Baltimore Giants, or no, the the New York Ravens, however you want to call it. But I like some of the players. He's not the biggest player of the world, but he plays with a fire lit under him. He's probably going to be a special teamer, but when he comes in, he's going to be productive. And I'm glad to hear about that.
Mhm.
Some of the bigger signings, Greg Newsome the second, um, from Jacksonville. He started his career on the Browns. He's a good corner. He's good in press. I feel like he has a lot of high upside. We got him for 1 year, but
Yeah.
the ceilings are really high for him to be, to still get better, especially under Denard Wilson, who's like known for helping corners and safeties get better. And if he plays well and he helps Deontay Banks get well, they'll be
Mhm.
fighting for that second spot. And I think we declined where I don't think we picked up what's his name's 5th-year option. So I don't think
Cool.
we're going to. So this is, and I've always felt like players who are like on like 1-year deals always play a little bit better just because it's like, all right, if I don't play well, you know, where am I going to be next year? A whole free agency again.
Mhm.
So like players on that 1-year deal probably go a little bit harder. You know what I'm saying? When,
Hey, it's like a prove a
just
year.
exactly all the prove it year deals, and I just want these players to really just try and really make a difference in the eyes of the fans, other teams, when when they play us, it's just gonna be different. So and then who else we get? We got linebacker Tremaine Edmonds.
Tremaine
Uh,
Edmonds. Oh
sh-
my God, I forgot about him. Yes, great sign
yeah,
right there
nah,
too.
bro. All right, we got a linebacker who's a solid middle linebacker. He's had like 100 tackles every season he's been in the NFL. He's a
Yep.
Pro Bowler. He's had postseason experience. Um, he's a really he got really great reach. He's a a tall dude. He could definitely get rid of passing lanes, some batted balls at the line of scrimmage or just being in cover two, stopping people over the middle of the field. So I'm glad that he's here.
Yeah, he definitely brings some like some of that attitude I was talking about in the last episode. Not
Mhm.
all of it, but he's definitely bringing a little bit more than we had.
Right. I mean, I feel like he's good. I feel like in the free agency, this is why I gave us like a B minus is because we could have I feel like we could have got like Devin Lloyd
Yeah,
and he's like younger, a little bit more explosive for a little bit more money, but it's
not that
like,
far off.
we Mhm.
I said it wouldn't have been that far off from
Exactly. That's
Tremaine.
the point. Like, yeah, like if they had just did that, but I feel like for the scheme that Denard Wilson wants to employ, Tremaine Edmonds is it's a good fit for us. So,
Yeah.
and I think Joe Shane was one of the people who helped draft him to the Buffalo Bills, so some familiarity there, um, and that's always good.
Yeah, you can't go
So
wrong with that.
yeah, and we also signed wide receiver Calvin Austin. He was on the Steelers last year. Pretty much we signed Wandale Robinson all
2.0.
over again, but
Yeah,
I think he's just more explosive than Wandale, and he plays more outside. He's like I think he's like 50-50 on the inside and outside, so that's pretty good. If we have like 12 personnel or 13 personnel and we got one wide receiver out there and let's just say he's out there and he gets that one-on-one coverage, like he's going to be able to take the top off. But like let's in a world where Malik Neighbors needs a breather, you know what I'm saying? And Darius Slayton doesn't. We don't want him to drop the ball. It's like, all right, Calvin Austin is good a good receiving deep threat, at least with his speed to take the top off and
yeah.
allow us to stretch the field with him. So,
And he
it's
catches
just
he
the thing
catches
is,
with his hands. I was
hmm,
watching
yeah,
a few highlights, just when he got signed, I was watching I always like gotta do some research real quick. And he catches
right,
with his hands, so that's a good thing. So hopefully he's a good outlet, for a dart when shit breaks down.
okay, yeah. I mean, I'm glad about that. Some of the other, that's pretty much some of the newer players. Out of all the newest players, who did you like the most? The newer players.
Like people that weren't on the team are whoa, whoa.
Yeah.
It's I would have said day one, I would have probably told you Isaiah Likely, but where we are right now, I
Hmm.
think it's gonna be Patrick Ricard, man. I'm really excited about the run game. It's gonna
Yeah.
give it's gonna facilitate so much. Like him being
Yeah.
back there helping out the running backs, but what that also does is frees up Dart to kind of do what he
Hmm.
needs. Now we got the play action that's gonna be popping because you don't know what's going on.
Right.
So it's I think I like the direction it shows that the Giants are going.
Okay. Yeah.
What
They
about
they
you?
um I like Greg Newsom the third. I mean the second because he's a young corner. He's able. He really plays well. We can get him locked up for a couple of years. I feel like he has a really high ceiling, and in this scheme that Denard Wilson wants to employ, having a really good corner, if he can mature into a consistent, corner. I mean, I don't know if there's any shutdown corners in the NFL anymore because every wide receiver is like extremely good nowadays. And not saying that they weren't back in the day, but you get what I'm saying.
No, yeah,
Um,
yeah, you're not running into like Darrelle Revises and things like that no more.
exactly. So, Greg Newsom the second, I like him the most, just because we really, a couple episodes you said that who on our team, especially in the DB side, like who is like we're passing all day. You know what I'm saying? Like I want him to establish himself as like this is the corner that y'all go to the other side. Y'all try Paulson, y'all try Banks, Phillips, y'all try everybody else but me. Because if
Mhm.
you come over here, it's an incomplete or an INT.
Yep.
So
Yeah.
so that's who I like the most.
That's gonna be hey, I hope you're right. Cause
Yeah,
if he can step up, man, that'll be what we need.
right.
Cause it's the cornerback play, like I said, if there's nobody that the teams are game planning against, then shoot, they come out here looking at us like they can just run a pass skeleton on us and shit. It's not gonna be a good situation. We gotta have some sort of secondary that puts some sort of fear in the other quarterback.
Right, exactly. We want him to always think twice before he pulls the trigger, you know. Um,
Before we get to the misses, right? We got one more
yeah,
name that we didn't bring up that I think needs to be discussed.
who?
We re-signed Evan Neal.
Oh man, I hope, bro. In Harbaugh we trust, bro. In Harbaugh we trust, because
Evan Neal.
we all have bad memories of him just making a fool of himself. He even had bad stuff with the media talking about I'm not out here flipping burgers,
Dog, you
like,
can't.
bro.
Yeah, bro, he's got to go. You
Yeah,
can't.
the thing is,
He out here
he's
just making us look. I hope. Look. I'm sticking with what you said. In Harbaugh, we trust, like we've been saying, because,
right.
bro, that's not a good look.
Right. So, I mean, the thing is, it's like I'm also tired of our players going to other teams and then starting to play really well. So
Yeah.
hopefully, since we got a new coach and a different philosophy, even if we re-signed him, I don't know the details of the deal yet. Maybe it's like, more
It's one
incentive based
one
where,
year vet minimum, nothing crazy.
oh, really? Oh,
Yeah.
okay. So, I mean,
Which is
I,
which
I
is
just
why
hope.
it's like it's not majorly upsetting,
Hmm.
but it's the reason why I brought it up is because we haven't signed any guards. So
Right. Yeah, I know. Right. So,
so they have Evan Neal listed y- on what was it, over the cap? They have
yeah.
him listed as a guard. So that's the first guard signing technically,
Yeah, true, true. I
so
mean, we just got him
again,
back.
it's just look, we gotta wait and see. We gotta wait and see. I'm
Yeah.
not gonna criticize until I need to criticize.
All right. And we also re-signed Micah McFadden. I'm happy about him coming back. It's going to be a proven year. He had that injury, I think, in like the first or second game of last year. So him coming back, actually, I feel like if he was on our defense last year, we could have we probably could have maybe won. Well, I won't say he's the reason we won games, but had a couple more stops that could have put us in a better position. And then also we got Jason Pinnock back. He
Can
went to San Francisco. He smelt the air, and now he came back. He said, "Nah, New York's where I want to be." So I'm glad
yes.
he's back. He's a good safety, a good depth, just pretty much like a replacement for Dane Belton. Because Dane Belton's with the Jets now. So, Jason Pinnock, he's a solid NFL player. And I think with the overall free agency so far. I hope we do a little bit more, but I feel like we're in a good place. Even though I feel like we could have did better, spent money more elsewhere, but it's okay.
I mean, the one thing I'll say is like free agency isn't over yet. They can still make some
Mhm.
more moves. There's some whispers that the Giants are talking about they're not planning on making any more major splashes, so we're not going to get any big signings. So it's really just going to be depth moves from here, but it's not over yet. But it looks like
Right,
they definitely took their foot off the gas pedal. I can tell you that.
right. So I think the biggest thing we're looking for now, no splash moves, is more just like value. Like, are these good players at good deals? 1 year, you know what I'm saying? That or 2 years, like Patrick Ricard, he's technically the highest paid fullback, but the man's making like 7 million, you know. So and that in terms of other players, is like that's not really much. That could be like 1 year for like a wide receiver, 7 million,
I
on the
got you.
cheaper end. So now we got Patrick Ricard. So it may not be a splash, but definitely, some value players.
Yep.
We just need to get back in the trenches.
Yeah.
Well, I feel like unless they have some really good scouting for the draft, and we're gonna draft like all defensive linemen and offensive linemen, then I hope they still pick up some vets that can definitely help us.
Yeah. No, I hear you on that. I hear you on that because that's really the major holes at this point. The trenches. We got to fix the right side of the line. We need somebody to help Dexter, and we need some more receivers. So that's as far as
Yeah.
our weapons are concerned. I think we're doing pretty good. We're in a good spot with the secondary, but we
Yeah.
still need that dog. That's still
Right.
what we're lacking. Where
Mhm.
that piece goes and where we get them from, I don't know yet, but there's still got a few holes that we need to get to.
Yeah.
Um,
Okay.
before we slide to the next segment, give me one of the biggest misses you would say, like one person you definitely thought we should have signed, but they went somewhere else.
Um, I think offensive guard Elijah Vera Tucker, because we need guard help.
Yeah.
We need, I mean, it's just that he was out all last year. It's just that he has really good film. So I mean, I think it was the Giants were bidding for him, but we weren't prepared to give him like a bunch of years on the contract, more like prove it deals that were like quite lucrative. But like, we're not gonna sign you for like what the Patriots signed him for like 3 years. Like,
Yeah.
bro, yeah,
So
3 years for
crazy.
45 million.
They gave
I
him
mean,
the
42
bag, man.
million.
That's the only because that's why we got priced out. We were in the market, and then they gave him that. We were like, all right, you got it. We're not matching that.
Right, exactly. Yeah, we probably gonna give him like 2 years, 20 mil. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
10 mil a year. Like, you'd be all right, bro. But you know what I'm saying? But he went for that money. I don't blame him, especially being out for a year.
Hey,
Like,
you
you better
gotta.
go with the highest bidder at the NFL free agency, unless you just really love the team. And he didn't really have no allegiance to any team. So that's probably like the biggest. Him and Javon Hargreave, I feel
Yeah.
like we missed out on. He signed with the Packers. It's just another, experienced vet that can definitely help Dex in the trenches. So
Yeah. No, definitely. That's that. You hit the nail on the head with that one. Those are the two I would have said. Our
mhm.
decks needs help. Trenches need help. It's gonna be a repetitive thing that I say until it gets fixed. So
Right.
you're gonna
Exactly.
hear it from me all the time,
All right, yeah. At least you being consistent,
right?
Shoot. I mean, a special shout out to we missed out on Cordell Flott. I'm glad he got paid out in Tennessee. Young man, he from LSU. We drafted him. He went with
Young boy.
Dable. Bro, they got the
Dayball
Tennessee
opened up.
Giants over there. Dayball
Dayball
drafted.
opened up.
He took
Exactly,
everybody he
exactly.
drafted.
Dayball opened up
He
the
said,
bank
"Man,
for these boys, bro. He signed
for
all of his
real, yo."
people he
Even
drafted and was like, "Hey, I'm gonna get you some bread, bro. Just come
mhm.
on down to Tennessee."
Right, exactly. So, I mean, I'm happy for them. If the Titans do well, I'll be happy for them just because there's so many Giants over there. Dayball, Wandell, the tight end? Daniel Bellinger,
Belly up.
um, yeah, Cordell Flott. So a lot of Giants went over there, and I hope they all do well. But if they see us, I hope they I hope they pray. They hope they
Yeah,
pray before they play us, because
man.
it's gonna be a
Look,
bad day.
unfortunately, once you lose the blue, man, everybody says once a giant, always a giant. But hey, look, you leave us, bro.
Yeah, for a bag? It's like, let me stop.
Nah,
If
yeah,
you leave
yeah,
us for a
yeah. I don't know.
bag,
I look at you kind of funny. You know what I mean? I
yeah,
respect the
sideways.
time that
Yeah,
you
I
put
mean,
in, but I look at you kind of funny. All
yeah,
right.
yeah.
Moving right along, we're gonna slide into the big blue spotlight. The big blue spotlight. So this week, who's one player that you feel we got to sign in the free agency that's left?
Man, I can't even say one player. I gotta say a position.
Yeah.
It's I feel like we need to I think you said it best. We're just gonna keep saying the same thing until they get it right. I say defensive tackle. We need to make sure we stop the run, we stop the run, we stop the run. Because, Dex need help and we're not giving it to him. Maybe we go get like Ashawn Robinson. I don't know. The old guy that we had, the big husky bull, the bald head, the the Philly beard. Like, bro, go bring him back.
Hmm.
He was, he was serviceable. So
We need.
hopefully we can just get some defensive tackle help that'll really help Dex, just want to be here, man. I want him to be in um meetings and interviews and just like, yeah, the young guy or, you know, this other XY insert name here is doing is helping me so much. This and
Yep.
that. We're all good players and stuff like that. So
Oh,
it's really more defensive tackle for me.
I feel that because I definitely want to see Dex like the smile Dex had when Leonard Williams was still on the team, bro. They were like,
Oh man.
bro, they were those
Yeah.
two together. They were going crazy together. I want to see
Yeah.
somebody plug up the hole with him
Hmm.
and kind of get that same continuity that they had, man. Because that chemistry that I was so pissed when they let Leonard go. And
Yeah.
look, Leonard's got a ring now.
Yeah, exactly. Right. This is
You
what
know
I
what I
was talking
mean?
this.
Everybody leaves. They get something nice. They go get that jewelry right after they bounce. So
I know,
I'm with
right?
you on
This is
that.
why I think they didn't want to let Evan Neal go. Like Evan Neal goes on and becomes like a all pro guard on like I don't know, like the Bears or something. Like, bro, I do not want that to happen. So
Nah, yeah, that's probably. I think that's why Harbaugh was like, "Hey, we're gonna sign him back for a year real quick, just to make sure
right,
we're gonna find out if he's really garbage or not."
okay.
And then
What's one position that you think we got to resign?
I'm gonna go on the opposite side of the ball. Like
Okay,
we need a guard. Like we just talking about Evan Neal. It's funny, like
right.
nice little segue. But and again, I don't have any particular names because there's so many guards that are
Mhm,
on free agency right now that may still sign back with their team. I don't even know if they're actually available or if it's just they
right,
just haven't re-signed just yet. So it's
right,
really on the same thing as you. Like we need an offensive guard. We need to make
right,
sure we plug up this line so Jackson can perform, so Scat can perform. We have to get the trenches corrected.
yeah,
Otherwise, we in the same spot as we was before.
right. Yeah,
Like the trenches is
again,
where the game is won or lost.
exactly.
And if we don't
Yeah,
have the players there and we're going against the Cowboys, the Commanders, the Eagles on a consistent basis and they're just washing us, what's the point?
right.
Like we got to make
Hmm.
sure we can compete with those teams. We got to take the Eagles out. Eagles don't look too good. I've been watching their moves and they've been losing a lot of people as opposed to like signing people. So it might
Right.
be
I
the
mean, they.
Cowboys and Washington we gotta be concerned with this next season. But we're gonna see. Hey, you
Yeah.
never sleep on the Eagles.
Right, I know, right? Washington signed, they opened up their checkbook and they was giving out bread. Dallas has always been on some we're not spending that much, but I think they got Rashawn Gary or something like that. But like that bro, dude is I feel like he washed. And I think I've seen somewhere where they're paying Rashawn Gary more this year than the Packers are paying Micah Parsons. So it's like,
That's
Jerry,
wild. That's
that's
wild.
stupid, bro. Yeah.
Crazy
So it's
work.
just like
That's Micah
Jerry
slap. Like
makes
he did that intentionally just to slap
yeah,
Micah.
exactly. So, I mean,
That's gonna
well,
come back to bite him in the ass. I bet you money on
I
that.
hope so. And I hope we're the ones, beating them up.
Yep.
And he's the reason why they lose. Cam Scatterable runs him over, or Tracy out runs him on the edge,
Mm-hmm.
you know, something like that.
Yep.
So,
All right. Big Blue, roll call. This week, fans, community, family, the Big Blue community. I want to know from you guys because we keep asking each other and we coming up with the trenches. But what do you guys think we need to do in the free agency? What's the most important position that we need to tackle in the free agency before we get to the draft?
Mm, yeah.
What do you think, Ethan, before we slide to the standard?
Maybe another linebacker. I think we only got like Micah McFadden and Tremaine Edwards. Like,
That's it.
can we get another linebacker that's, good? Because I mean, we don't want our linebackers playing every snap. And I feel like the league is moving towards more 12 personnel.
Yep.
So getting a solid linebacker rotation will allow us to just be better off defensively, and if they do it right, get the trenches right, and then get a good set of linebackers, you know, it'll just be better to stop the run and put us in good third and long positions where Denard Wilson could really have his DBs do the things that they need to do, have our safeties get known by name, and our corners get known by name for good reasons, not just because they're getting cooked or
Yeah.
burned on. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
so
No, I get it.
that's why I feel like if we tech free agency, it's got to be. I mean, it doesn't. Just a serviceable linebacker, somebody that comes in maybe on second down, give somebody a breather. Something like that. What do
Nah,
you think, Mick?
I'm on the same page. I just completely I'm at this point, man, where I just want to see role players that I know are going to make a difference in the game on Sunday. I want somebody
Okay.
that's going to strike fear into the other team to where they have to game plan against them.
Okay.
So we're not going to make no major splashes anymore. I think we've got the bulk of our free agency. So at this point, I just want role players that are going to be able to be like, all right, damn, he's in the nickel package. We still need to make sure we're not throwing to the slot right here. And
Right.
things like that.
Exactly.
Like I don't care who it is. I just want some attitude on the defensive side to make
Right.
offensive teams come into the Giants stadium and be concerned about their gameplay,
Mhm.
not excited.
Okay. Okay. I like that. I like that.
All right. Moving right along, we're gonna slide into the standard. So the standard this week, what
Mm.
does a successful Giants offseason look like to you?
A successful offseason. All right. Everybody comes back better, 100 times better than before. Jackson Dart is, he wins MVP in the offseason. It's like, no, all right. To be serious, all right. A good offseason has to start with winning in the draft. Let's get, we got 6, 7 picks. Hopefully we can get some more through trades or whatever. We get at least 3 players that are, starter caliber or pushing starters for and or pushing starters for their position this year or next year.
Mhm.
Whether it's an offensive lineman, whether it's a linebacker, whether it's another corner, somebody, if we just draft for the best player and not worry about necessarily the holes that we have and just keep getting good player after good player,
Yeah.
like um what was it, the Saints a few years ago when they got like Marcus Lattimore, they had a bunch of good players in that draft and they couldn't pay them all, but I'd rather have a good problem like that, like
Yeah.
where we can't pay all these players
That's a
but
good
they've
a
been
good
good for
problem
us
to
for so
have.
many years. So yeah, good problem to have, exactly. So I feel like a successful offseason starts there. And then 2 other points. Jackson Dart is getting really comfortable with the playbook. They're drawing up plays for him. He's feeling good. He's on the same page with his receivers and because it starts with Dart. And then last point, Denard Wilson, his scheme is like clicking for our back four because last year it felt like we were like the worst team on third down.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can say
Yeah.
defensive coordinators, but the players on the field have to make the plays.
Yep.
So if our scheme is clicking and our players are making plays and practice. I know we're going against it's in training camp and all that stuff, but a successful off season. Their install, they're really understanding it. They look ahead of schedule. They look like they've been playing together for a couple of years, kind of thing. So that to me would be a really good off season.
Nah, that
Successful.
that sounds good. That sounds
What you
like
think a successful off season looks like for you, Mick?
um I'm very close to what you just said, to be completely honest. I got 3 major points as well,
Hmm.
and I got them in order because I feel like
Okay.
this is how it needs to be dealt with. But of course, I don't know if you've heard it from me before, but number 1, fix the offensive line. Fix the O line. So
Okay.
the off season, we cannot go into the OTAs. We can't go into the next preseason not knowing who our 5 starters are. Like, I can't stand that. We've done that for the
Mhm.
past 10 years. Who is the starting 5 on the Giants? I'm done. We
Mhm.
need to fix the line. Know who our line is, know who our backups are before the season starts. 2,
Okay.
number 2, stop the run. Look, it's like a similar theme. We always talk about the trenches. We need to get
Yeah.
Dexter some help. I have
Yeah.
watched every interview after every game, the last like 5 seasons, and Imma tell you right now, I can see when a player is not happy,
Yeah.
and Dexter is at his end with the
Yeah.
interviews. He's at the end of people saying he's not playing to his full potential when he's coming back from
Right.
an injury. Like, what were you expecting to get from him immediately? Like, these things are not making sense in my mind, but I know when you have a great player, you keep that great player. You don't let him go. This Dexter Lawrence is the only great player that we haven't been shopping and thinking about trading and
Right.
putting him in a Saquon position to where we're not going to have him in a few seasons and things of that nature. Like, we know for a fact what Dexter is. We need to get him some help. Fix the
Okay.
trenches.
Yeah. Dex. I think they said Dex is the only untouchable player on the Giants. I mean,
Mhm.
Jackson Dart too,
Yeah,
but
now
I'm.
Jackson definitely solidified himself as well. He ain't going nowhere.
Yeah.
And then the last one, just like you said, we got to knock this draft out the park. Like,
Yeah.
when they go into the draft, that's why I think like the free agency is so important because when they go into the draft, now you can wheel and deal, trade back, get some more picks. If somebody is there at 5, that's great. Like, I personally, I do not want Parnell Tate at 5.
No.
If we're gonna take somebody at 5, it's gonna be Sonny Styles. Even with Caleb Downs at this point, I would take Caleb Downs, but Caleb Downs, we got to move back to get a couple of picks.
Yeah.
So we got to knock the draft out the park. So fix the offensive line,
Okay.
fix the inside of the defensive line,
Right.
and knock the draft out the park. That's
Okay.
a
Three.
successful
Three.
offseason to me.
Pretty good. I mean, I feel like even with the offensive line, we got Andrew Thomas, we got Jermaine Illuminor, you know, I think it's really more just the right guards position because I mean our center, John Michael Smith, uh, it's just like, all right, we got John Michael Smith or Schmidt or how you say his name.
No, I'm with you.
And then who's our left guard? John Runyon.
Runyon, yeah.
If yeah, they were actually solid when it came to like pass blocking. Like, I just feel like that's why they put so much emphasis on the run game. Like this year with Patrick Ricard and Greg Roman. So the offensive line, I just feel like yeah, what you're saying is good. We need to fix the offensive line as far as upgrading it every year and make it better. So that's good.
Hmm.
And then really the draft is really where teams are built. Like we really got to do well in this draft. John Harbaugh's first draft with the Giants, um, probably Joe Shane's last draft with the Giants. Um, so I just really hope that they get some players. Like you said, trading back. I'm all in favor for it. Hopefully, you can trade back within the top 10, so we can still make some moves, and still get a blue chip player,
Yeah.
still mess around against Sonny Styles or something like that to a team that's more quarterback needy or defensive end needy, where they don't value the linebacker spot as much as we do right now because, I shoot, in a perfect world, I would love to get Mekhi Lemon and Sonny Styles.
That'd
I
be
know that's probably not going to happen,
That's gonna be
but
tough unless he drop. Like a lot of people are saying, Lemon might drop, but I don't know if
right,
he's dropping out of the first round. So
right,
it could happen depending on like if they got a trade. But if we got Sonny, we got him at 5.
right. Yeah,
You know what
he'll
I mean?
probably
And
he'll
I
probably
think
stay at 5. I
at
mean,
that
if we
point there's
trade back
not
like
much
2
wiggle room.
spots,
There's not much
mm,
wiggle room with the trades after 5.
right? Yeah, yeah,
37
because
is the
then
only pick that you'd probably be able to put up for something, and you're not gonna get much in return for 37.
right. I
So
mean,
it's
it's still
tough.
within the top 50, so you probably can, but you want to get as many top 100 players as you can. So
Yeah.
we'll see, but I mean, I feel like all those stuff, all the chefs, all the ingredients will build a good off season and allow us to really make some strides into next year and be a team that people don't want to play, man. Like that's the thing when you
Mhm.
because you think back. I know this is kind of I'm gonna bring it off subject and bring it back. When the people were playing the 2007 Patriots, they knew it. They did not want to play them. Like one of the best teams, like ever. You got Randy Moss, Tom Brady. This insert that player, insert that player. Like
No.
I want
Coach's
that to be for
coach's
us.
nightmare.
Exactly. Like who? If you put 2 people on this person, the second man's gonna beat you.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying?
So how do you deal
If
with
you
it?
load if you load the box because the running back's been beating you, now this wide receiver's gonna
Over the
beat you.
top.
So yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So I
No.
want us to have that kind of offense. It's just really gonna start with Jackson Dart.
Yeah.
If Jackson Dart really puts everything together, he's this offense clicks for him.
It's
He's
Dart.
making plays.
It's Dart in the
He's
defense.
Dart in the defense.
It's
Double
Dart in
D.
the defense because the defense has to show some sort of grit and attitude that teams don't want to play us. That's what I keep saying. Like this attitude hasn't been there, bro. When we
Right.
had Shane Bowen last season, and this man he has our fucking defenders and prevent defense on 3rd down in the 3rd quarter. Like, bro, they're the receivers are telling the quarterback, like, yo, this is what I'm gonna run. Just hit me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because this man is playing 15 yards off. Like, there's no attitude or like
Right.
mentality towards just being aggressive. Nobody's scared of the
Mhm.
Giants. And I want when
Yeah.
they see that NY on the schedule, they're like, shit.
Right.
You know
Exactly.
what I mean? Like, damn, bro. All right, well, it's gonna be a rough 4 quarters. We gotta make
Mhm.
it out of here. MetLife Stadium is
Exactly.
not a place we want to be. And I want people to be scared of that stadium, not because of the injuries, but because they can't beat us.
Right.
You know what I mean? That's
Exactly,
what we need
man.
to change it up to.
Yeah, we gotta kick
But
ass all 4 quarters, man.
gotta do it.
Shit.
Gotta do
Yeah,
it. Look,
I'm trying to see Jameis Winston playing in the second half on some like, damn, they won already. You know what I'm
I
saying? And the
exactly.
third and
Put us in
fourth quarter,
position.
Jameis Winston getting reps at least in 4 to 5 games this season. That's
Yeah,
what I want to see
yeah,
because the
no,
game's
definitely.
already won and he's just out there putting film up so he can start for another team in the following year. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
That's what I
no,
want to
definitely.
see.
Hey, look, we appreciate you guys rocking with us. We love and appreciate the support. If you like what you hear, you like the conversations, this is how you talk with your Giants family, then you already know you're in the right place. Like, follow, comment, subscribe. This is the new era. This is the standard.
From the city where pressure makes legends. This is Big Blue Reborn. Big Blue check checking, we start with the facts. Spotlight on the moment, who really got next? Roll call for the city, where the real ones at? The standard at the end, no excuses, no cap. Big Blue Reborn. This is the standard. This is Big Blue Reborn. From the city where pressure makes legends.